Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Survivor China. Yay. We've got to give a shout out right at the beginning to Scott A. Hudson.
Hey.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so, by the way, that was James.
So last week on Survivor, or 2 weeks ago, Frosti was sent home.
Dang, Frosti.
I love Frosti.
I know. So you know what? There's more business that needs to be conducted at Tribal Council, and we've been waiting 2 weeks.
We had the little cliffhanger going, and it's finally happening.
You know, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed.
I thought someone was going to be sent home, but they were like, no, it's a special reward challenge.
It was like, all right, jury out, and reward challenge. You're going to a Shaolin Temple on a private jet, hundreds of miles away, to learn things that people don't learn.
Otherwise known as Kung Fu.
So, whoever wins immunity gets to choose 2 people to go along with them. So, it's going to be a series of questions on Chinese culture.
Whoever gets 5 right first wins.
So, the one person that I did not want to win won.
Piggy. PG.
So, she chooses Erik and Denise. The only 2 she ever has a chance of hoping to get to be in an alliance with her. So yeah. Day 28. The sun comes up and the boat arrives to take away Piggy and her 2 friends. Get up, get out, get up, get out, get up, get out. Stealing Harvard. Okay, so the people that are left are like, yo, dude, this should be the final 4. That would be James, Amanda, Courtney, and Todd. And James had a dream.
And his whole Garden of Eden obsession.
Well, I wish that the 4 of us would be staying away from the apples so that we could frolic naked in the garden near heaven forever.
Let's just keep frolicking naked.
Yeah, wow.
It's so weird.
How vivid.
Get over it.
That was weird.
You've already used that. You can't say it anymore.
That weirded me out. So, you know what? Amanda's feeling quite restless. Just like Sally in The Nightmare Before Christmas. Yes, I'm restless. So she's feeling the need to backstab.
Yeah.
And guess who she's gonna go after?
James.
Ouch. So
she doesn't want to frolic with him.
No, not naked anyway. Neither does Courtney.
So the private jet
she doesn't want to frolic with anybody
the
except
3
Frosti.
To the temple.
Yes. And there's monks playing flutes.
Yes.
It was cool. And Denise was so overcome. I mean, she had a smile from ear to ear.
Like, because she has been studying karate for the past 8 years.
Now, everybody knows, thanks to a poster on one of our videos who types in capital letters, crazy, that karate is Japanese. And this is Kung Fu.
Everybody knows? I didn't know.
Everybody knows who read her post in caps. So, yeah. Okay, so they were totally breakdance fighting.
Yeah, I don't see how doing the worm is a kung fu move.
No. By the way, Denise has been studying for 8 years. And when she got up there and did her crazy moves, it looked more like 2. So they brought out a group of kids after the breakdance fighting. And any one of those little kids could have kicked everyone's collective ass in the house there.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they let the kids teach them because it was beneath the
real
breakdance fighters. Yeah, so
PG was like,
Yeah. All right, so at least they were kind to them and gave them American Chinese food to eat. There was no like grasshoppers or anything in that food, so it looked pretty good.
And then they got to sleep on the floor on mats with a bunch of statues around.
Yeah, I have a feeling that maybe those were like those painted up Chinese people and they were just watching them. That was my theory.
And they
I don't know if it's true or not.
Control.
Yeah, like in Mannequin. Yeah, that was pretty funny. So the 4 of the dummies that were left sitting who didn't go on the reward were in a hole in the ground.
Because it was raining in a wall. It was like...
Yeah, it was like a cave hole. And they were sitting there in the pouring rain, looking miserable, in clothes they've been wearing for a month that smelled like ass.
Yeah.
So PG and Erik and Denise return. And the rain stops. It was so sweet. And everybody's still sitting in their hole.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Courtney decides to put her 2 cents in.
Yeah.
So...
Like, everyone is going in the cave now, and it's so annoying. PG just sat in front of it, and she started talking, and there is no talking in the cave, so get out!
Whoa!
Ew.
Todd is pissed at PG.
Because she was trying to get Denise to vote out Todd.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
And you know what? James isn't flipping either. Hell no!
He's like, I'm keeping this group together.
Because it's like the Garden of Eden. You know. Naked.
No.
So,
They get tree mail.
yeah.
And
I couldn't remember what that was called. Because it's like, they get Tyra mail, or tree mail, or some kind of mail.
so they're going to have to throw those
Chinese throwing
weird
stars.
things.
They're actually called Chinese throwing
was
stars.
also in Derek Zoolander.
Yes. Amanda is getting more and more anxious about getting James out. So she's bringing Courtney in on the plan.
Mm-hmm.
And Courtney seems pretty agreeable. Yeah, so it's time for immunity. And it is Chinese throwing stars.
And they had to each throw 3 dart things. And there were targets at whatever.
Yeah.
There
like
were
20
targets.
feet or whatever.
And
It looked like Charlie's Angel bad picture.
yeah, it was weird. Like
they all
Asian
fell
type
down.
Charlie's Angel.
Charlie's Angel, but they're all pointing the same way.
So if you hit one of them, you got like 3 points. But if you hit it in the heart, you got 5.
Right.
And there was another one that was 2, and then there was one that was like,
Right.
was there a 1?
Yeah, there was a
But
one.
nobody hit that one.
No. And they must have really gone over budget on the special effects again, because every time you got a hit, there was like a flash of light. Yeah, so after the first round, it was Amanda, James, Courtney, and Erik. Moving on to the second round, which would be 1 throw.
Originally, it was just supposed to be the top 3 scorers, but there was
It was
a
a
tie.
tie. And you know, you gotta go with it. Okay, so Erik wins immunity.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately, Amanda and Todd are strategizing to get rid of James.
James.
Yeah. So, word's going around camp that James is going home, but they don't want him to use his immunity idol, so they're like, keep it on the down low. Just keep pretending that you're going to be voting for PG, Piggy.
That would be easy if Amanda wasn't an idiot.
Right.
Because she told PG the plan, and she's not in the group.
PG finally grew a brain and was like, I think James has an immunity idol. She doesn't even know that he has 2. She thinks
She
he has
actually,
1.
like, touched it, too, and she's like, I
Yeah,
think
she was
this
like,
is it.
I think he sleeps on this side, right? So, yeah. So, he's like telling Amanda, I think James has the immunity idol. Do you know what that is?
Amanda?
Yeah, she's telling Amanda, do you know what that is? You know what immunity is?
Amanda's like, I'm not stupid.
God, that was like the worst exchange. That was the stupidest.
Yeah.
And Amanda's even stupider by saying, just don't say anything for the rest of the day.
Just pretend you're going home.
Yeah, and everything will be cool. Why don't you just tell her, screw up the whole plan?
Why didn't you just tell her you're going home?
Yeah,
Biatch.
exactly, stupid. You couldn't keep your big fat mouth shut. So, duh, do the math. PG tells Erik to vote for Todd.
She's like, well, if James does use the immunity idol, then
This is our insurance.
Todd will have the second highest amount of votes.
Right.
So he'll go.
Either way, they're happy. So, I think James is almost suspecting something. Almost.
So, you know, it's getting close to the end, and it's
Yeah.
really dangerous for everyone else that he has 2 immunity idols.
And he doesn't know who knows and who doesn't know. So, he's bringing them just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody knows when Jeff starts asking questions at the tribal council, it's because he knows what's going down.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pay attention to that. And the main issue here was trust. He asked everybody about trust. There should have been 5 million red flags going up, James. Why didn't you get this? I think you've been digging too many graves. I think you should have jumped in one. Because he's brain
I
dead.
think he's been eating too many apples.
Yeah, I think so. And he almost reached for his immunity idol when Jeff
But
was
he
like,
didn't.
oh, snap. And James got voted out. And everybody was laughing. Poor James. I feel really bad. It must hurt to be that stupid.
Because he was the main one trying to keep the group together, and then they go and get rid of him.
I know. That's painful.
I know, but I am a Todd fan, so...
So next week, everybody's overcome with emotion. I wonder if it was because of James. They felt really bad that they screwed him.
Maybe they have, like, videos or something on their family.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's probably it, because they probably don't give a damn about James. Because Amanda decides to turn on Todd on the next episode.
What the hell, biatch?
Stop blacking out your butt. I want to see what's on it.
Ew.
I want to see if there's something written like F-U or something on there. And Denise is the swing vote.
Yeah.
So everybody better start kissing that mullet. Because she's going to be the one who says who goes home. So, and we'll tell you for sure next week who goes home. Right, Courtney?
Yes.
There's no talking in the cave.
Cheeseburger. So, next week...
Till then, much love.